Did PewDiePie ever apologize? He did. I think it's one of those things where it left, I think, plenty of people feeling like you get why it's a problem.
Out of all people that can form an opinion this dog, it comes from IDubbZ. You have gotta be subject number one of retard maxing ever since 2016. Backstabbing PewDiePie, that is something new on your fucking record. Alright people, what's up? PewDiePie has been backstabbed. Now audience, the subject of today's video is IDubbZ. For those who have no idea who this person is, back in 2016 all the way up until maybe 2019, this YouTuber IDubbZ was the face of edgy YouTube content. In particular, he had a series on his YouTube channel called Content Cop where he would expose various YouTubers for the absolutely terrible and heinous things that they have done. Okay, maybe not all of them was terrible and heinous. Anyways, fast forward a couple years, IDubbZ has done a complete 180 on who he is. And by that, I mean not in a good way. He apologized for shit that he doesn't really need to apologize for. He married an OnlyFans girl and even took her last name. I don't know about you, but that is some crazy bitch shit. And then also just overall having some of the shittiest opinions known to man that even other punching bags are also taking a shot at him. And in this situation, he definitely isn't going to win either. I'm sure we all know the YouTuber PewDiePie. It's everybody's golden boy on YouTube. Well, let me go ahead and tell you that IDubbZ and PewDiePie used to be friends, or at least mutual friends back in the day. Even on some occasions, they even collabed together and done videos together. So at least according to the public eye, everybody thought that IDubbZ and PewDiePie were at least a little bit friendly towards each other. Yeah, well, that may not be as true as we'd like to believe, because IDubbZ made a statement on livestream that PewDiePie's apology whenever he was live streaming and he accidentally said the N-word, that it wasn't truly genuine in that he hasn't taken the steps to improve.
Did PewDiePie ever apologize? He did. I think it's one of those things where it left, I think, plenty of people feeling like do you get why it's a problem kind of thing?
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to deconstruct what the f IDubbZ is talking about. Now, in the first 10 seconds of what it seems to be the worst fucking opinion I've ever heard in my life, he is trying to say that PewDiePie doesn't quite understand the situation that he got himself into, and he's also saying that PewDiePie allegedly doesn't understand what the f he said and what the problem of it is. I find it weird that this guy is trying to treat PewDiePie like he's some 10-year-old that doesn't know what he did. If PewDiePie never understood what he did, he probably wouldn't have apologized at all. Also, on top of that, it's pretty rich coming from the fucking guy that said this.
We are very fucking stupid to hold the word at this colossally high standard, whereas every other slur, that can be used in a comedic sense or an editorial sense, but not this one, because that one has history. Well, guess what, fucking retards? All the other ones have history too. Yeah. Asian people didn't get their fucking heads ran over in World War II. They weren't thrown into internment camps. But yeah, you can't say that one because it's got sort of it's guttural. Either all of them are okay or none of them are okay. It's either all okay or none of it's okay.
Either all of it is okay or none of it is okay. 2016 IDubbZ be like, all of it's okay, it's all cool. 2025 IDubbZ, none of it is okay. Okay. Listen, IDubbZ, not everybody's apology has to come in the form of fucking boo-hooing on a boxing stage.
I really appreciate everyone. You know, I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea. But I really do.
Not everybody has to be a performative gesture maxer like you, motherfucker. Seriously. But anyways.
Like, do you actually understand it, or are you just doing it because it's literally the only thing that you can do at this point?
Why are you trying to word it like PewDiePie was trying to not apologize? I don't know. IDubbZ has gotten more time with PewDiePie in real life than I ever have. So who knows if IDubbZ is saying this because whenever he would hang out with PewDiePie, he would be like the king of the N-word, then yeah, maybe he would have a point. But as far as I'm concerned, and if we think about how old this apology video actually is, wouldn't you think that PewDiePie would kind of get exposed by now with how big big of an influence he is, that, you know, if he is a genuinely racist person, yeah, you would think so. But IDubbz here is trying to word it like PewDiePie was trying to avoid apologizing. Yeah, of course he would apologize for something like that. Because get this, as a person that is sorry, what do? You fucking apologize. What does IDubbz think he's fucking cooking right now?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of people who are suspect.
Bro, nobody is suspect of PewDiePie. PewDiePie has been minding his business for fucking years now. PewDiePie doesn't care about being at the top. He doesn't care about YouTube numbers or any of that bullshit anymore. If you guys haven't checked out PewDiePie's YouTube channel recently, all that this dude talks about is his family and books, bro. And then his, like, 50 graphics card GPU. That's the only thing this motherfucker cares about. Nobody is suspect of PewDiePie. What the fuck are you talking about? You are making a burger that doesn't have meat, cheese, lettuce, and fucking ketchup. This has gotta be the biggest nothing burger of an argument I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Unless it feels like someone has truly made the steps.
What the fuck are you talking about, IDubbz? Somebody that hasn't taken the steps hasn't apologized? You can see in the video right after PewDiePie said the N-word, bro was nervously laughing and you could see the dread on his fucking face. And guess what? Shortly after he said that, he ended the stream and he immediately got to a response. And that response video that he made, ladies and gentlemen, wasn't full of bullshit. There wasn't no fucking ukuleles. It is just a dude in a camera and he said that, I'm sorry, there's no excuses for my actions. I hope I can make it better going forward. He wasn't even asking for forgiveness, bro. He wasn't just apologizing, motherfucker. That was accountability. So why are you talking about this shit several years later? You knew the fucking guy. Why are you backstabbing him?
And the steps are fucking hard. They're really hard.
They're really hard. They're really hard. Shut the fuck up. Listen, IDubbz, I'm really just gonna put my fucking meat on the table here. But if you simply weren't as much of a bitch when you were apologizing for the things that you were apologizing for, and, you know, completely inverted absolutely every single opinion you've ever had, and married an OnlyFans girl, then yeah, maybe people would start respecting you a little bit more, yada yada. But no, you have completely bitchified yourself. If you thought that doing all of that was quote-unquote taking the steps, you're wrong. Sometimes making an apology is less about boo-hooing on a camera and begging for forgiveness and actually just taking accountability. There's already been enough YouTube controversies where people like to drag out their responses and fucking hoo and boo all over the fucking screen. What PewDiePie did was perfect. It really was. But I just find it so fucking ironic that the guy that says that either all of it is okay or none of it is okay is coming out several years later saying this. It truly does not compute with me. And also, I just find it very fucking ironic that the guy that actively uses the N-word in his comedy videos is going after PewDiePie, the guy that accidentally said it on a live stream where it slipped out. At least he doesn't act like you.
We're gonna open up IDubbZ Snap, and then we're gonna take half a shot. Oh god, what is this? My volume up? Okay, my volume's up, so hopefully you'll hear it.
Everyone type Alex is stupid.
No!
Yeah, fuck IDubbz. Anyways, audience, subscribe to the channel if you want a follow-up video. With that being said, I'll catch you guys later.